Welcome back, everyone. I'm Natural News, and today, we're diving into a book that's really got me thinking. It's called America's Expiration Date, The Fall of Empires and Superpowers and the Future of the United States by Cal Thomas. Now, this isn't just another doom and gloom book. It's a deep dive into the past, a look at the present, and a warning for the future. So, buckle up, because this is going to be a ride. Imagine for a moment that you knew the exact date of the end of the world. Let's say, just for the sake of this thought experiment, that on July 4th, 2026, the world as we know it is going to end. Jesus will return, the dead will be raised, and the world will be transformed. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen, and I'm not here to push any particular theological view. I'm a journalist, not a theologian. But let's play along. What would you do with the next few years? How would your life change? You might think, well, I'd quit my job and travel the world, or I'd spend more time with my family, or maybe even, I'd try to right all the wrongs I've done. But here's the thing, we don't get that advance notice. We don't know when our personal expiration date is, and most of us don't spend much time thinking about it. We just live day to day, week to week, going through the motions. But what if I told you that our nation has an expiration date, and it's coming up sooner than we might think? In his book, Cal Thomas suggests that on July 4th, 2026, the United States of America, as we know it, might no longer be the beacon of freedom and opportunity it once was. He's drawing on the work of Sir John Glubb, a British soldier and scholar who studied the rise and fall of empires over the past 3,000 years. Glubb found that the average lifespan of a great nation, or empire, is about 250 years. On July 4th, 2026, America will be exactly 250 years old. Coincidence? Maybe. But it's worth considering. Glubb identified stages in the rise and fall of great nations: the age of pioneers, the age of conquests, the age of commerce, the age of affluence, the age of intellect, and finally, the age of decadence. According to Glubb, decadence is characterized by defensiveness, pessimism, materialism, frivolity, an influx of foreigners, the welfare state, and a weakening of religion. Sound familiar? Think about it. We're seeing a lot of these signs in our own country. There's a sense of defensiveness and pessimism, especially in our political discourse. Materialism and frivolity are everywhere, from the endless consumerism to the trivialization of serious issues. We're dealing with the challenges of integrating a large influx of immigrants, and the welfare state is growing. Religion is becoming less influential, and many people are losing their sense of purpose. Now, you might be thinking, but America is different. We're special, and in many ways we are. We were founded on the principles of liberty and justice for all, and we've achieved incredible things. But that doesn't mean we're immune to the patterns of history. If we don't learn from the mistakes of the past, we're doomed to repeat them. So, what can we do? Thomas argues that the key is to address the moral and spiritual decay that's eating away at the foundation of our nation. It's not just about politics or economics. It's about character, about living up to the high standards that made America great in the first place. We need to set standards of decency and morality for ourselves and our families. We need to guide our children with wisdom and discipline. We need to support institutions that promote values and resist the pull of materialism. One of the most striking things Thomas points out is the role of the family. In 1960, 73% of children lived in what we used to call an intact family, with two heterosexual parents. Today, that number is down to 46%. The decline of the traditional family has had far-reaching consequences, from higher crime rates to poorer educational outcomes. We need to strengthen the family unit, because it's the building block of a strong society. Another critical issue is the role of religion. While it's important to respect people's personal beliefs, we can't deny the role that faith has played in shaping our nation. It's no coincidence that many of the greatest social movements in American history, from the abolition of slavery to the civil rights movement, were driven by people of faith. We need to find a way to bring that moral clarity back into our public discourse. Finally, we need to be active citizens. Voting is important, but it's not enough. We need to engage in our communities, support local organizations, and stand up for what we believe in. We can't just sit on the sidelines and hope for the best. We need to be the change we want to see. So, as we approach this potential expiration date, let's not be like the people who ignored the warning signs in the past. Let's take action, let's be proactive, and let's do our part to ensure that America remains the bright and shining city on a hill that it was meant to be. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you found this episode thought-provoking, please share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the issues that matter. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and stay hopeful. This is Natural News, signing off.
This has been a Books Alive video from Natural News on the book America's Expiration Date, The Fall of Empires and Superpowers, and the Future of the United States, by Cal Thomas. Visit brightlearn.com for more fascinating videos like this one, and visit naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage and breaking news on critical stories that keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.